I always get excited when I hear that. Oh,
20th Century Fox?
yeah. I'm Nell Campbell, who plays Nurse Hansalong in this, and here's the marvelous
And
Patricia
wonderful
Quinn.
Patricia Quinn.
Yeah.
Thank you, darling heart.
And you play.
I'm Nation McKinley, a psychiatrist.
You know that name Nation, it really took off.
Isn't it
didn't
wonderful? And my brother's called Cosmo.
Yeah.
And the thing is, I've never understood how Richard O'Brien thinks of these names
I know.
for people.
Magenta, Columbia in Rocky.
Yes, what's he? Oh, I know, Magenta Columbia. Well, magenta, I just discovered recently, isn't actually a colour because there's a pigment missing. And so it was proven not to be a colour.
Darling, you're certainly a colour.
Oh, how adorable.
When did they first approach us about shock treatment?
I want to tell you what happened to me at one point was I knew it was rumoured that Richard O'Brien had written a sequel to Rocky Horror called The Old Queen.
Yeah.
And the rumour had it that what happens is Janet goes home to Denton and has Frank's baby.
Yeah.
And then Frank comes to Denton. And I thought, I can't think of anything more horrific than pregnancy and babies to do with Transylvania.
Yeah, the whole thing. Takes the fun out of it.
Oh, I thought it was
Babysitters,
babies,
bottles.
awful,
Dreadful.
ghastly. And to see Frank and Denton, that would be so depressing.
I know.
But then here's the best bit. I went to a big occasion with the press, and Richard O'Brien was there. I forget what it was about. And someone had told me that Richard O'Brien had actually killed off Magenta in a comic, some story that he'd written. All the fans had read it.
How very dare he.
How dare he? And I got on that. I went back to Transylvania. I didn't die. And and I said to him at this very public meeting and in front of the press and everything, I said, tell me about the plot of The Old Queen, Richard. Am I in it? And he went, and I said, I believe you've killed me off. I mean, fans have read that I died. And I said, so have you killed me, Richard? Is that because you want to star in this yourself? So
and
the next
he
thing
replied,
I don't know, he just kept telling me to try and be quiet and shut up. I was embarrassing him on purpose.
Yeah.
Okay, because I will not be killed off.
Of course not. And we all know that, Tim Curry they wanted him to be in this, but he didn't want to be in it, in Shock Treatment.
No, I didn't know that. And Tim Curry actually in person told me, I don't know about Shock Treatment, whether it was for The Old Queen or whatever. Whatever it was, he said he was never approached to be in anything. He did tell me that.
Oh, isn't that interesting? Because I was told that he didn't want to be in it. And Susan Sarandon wanted a lot more money, so she didn't do it.
No, she didn't do it.
And then Dr. Scott, darling
Jonathan Adams.
This is they wanted him to be in it, and
yes,
I was very
I only heard this the other
day. He didn't want to be in it.
Well, this amazing thing that wondering why Bert Schnick is Germanic and whatever, and someone was telling me that they'd asked Dr. Scott to be
Jonathan
him.
Adams.
And that would make sense if you think about it.
Of course.
But as this was made in 81, I don't know if Jonathan was ill or what.
I don't think so.
But I can't imagine Jonathan would not have done it.
I know, but he didn't want to do it anyway.
And innocence in Denton.
There's Chris Malcolm, who was the original Brad Majors in the original production of the Rocky Horror Show at the theatre upstairs of the Royal Court. So fabulous. And a Canadian.
OK Town, civic pride and civic duty, and Denton girls.
Woo! I love these goody-goody two-shoes. I love them. That's Anita and that girl Claire. I went to a casting session once and this girl said to me, hello, Pat. And it was Claire. She was the casting director.
Fabulous.
And she didn't give me the part. That was horrible. Woo! I'm enjoying this. Can we just not talk about it and watch it?
I'm trying to remember how many of them I slept with.
And there's our soldiers. That's Raina. One of them's Raina Burton.
The original Rocky.
The Bethlehem of the West.
Again, the theatre upstairs of the Royal Court.
The home of happiness.
Leisure-wise, we're sure you will adapt.
Oh, and he was in Rocky
yeah.
Horror as, what's he called? He was the one who got married.
Yeah,
Ralph Hapshat.
in the very beginning, yes.
Woo! They just did a show of this at the King's Head in London, and the Times gave it such an amazing review, saying they were going down the streets singing every song. It was so successful.
Isn't that great?
Yep. Took a long time to catch on, but now it's flying. Miss
Ruby Wax.
And now for, well, certainly my favorite part of the show. And I sincerely hope yours at home. Our
And the Perry Bedden
with Judge
with the camera.
Ah,
Denton's
yes.
social scientist. Judge White, did you enjoy our anthem?
In a way.
I detect.
Marvelous actor.
Are you perhaps one of those amongst us who feel this emotive form of presentation is overly manipulative?
Well, Betty, there are many ways that may catch the fly.
They're bored to death, are they?
No, I think they're looking at the monitor.
Oh, sorry.
I'm exhausted working on this documentary for Farley's new show. Farley Flavors, our new sponsor.
I love her.
I tell you, Janet, that guy's as close as we'll come to a successful man in this town.
She's setting it up already.
Mm.
It's like all new to me. Oh, there's my son, Quinn. See with the bow and arrow? That's my boy. And there's Linus O'Brien.
Yeah.
It's a family affair. Look at them. I love this.
First and foremost, Farley Flavors fabulous fast foods feed and fortify families for a
Fabulous.
Fabulous. Swastika F. Well, not exactly. But, you know,
Yeah.
the set designer Brian Thompson put so many divine references to oddball things. The visuals, there's always treats. It's like The Simpsons. You have to watch it 10 times each episode to see all the little things in it and pick everything up. But
Yes.
he also has those cross references to
What
the
was
Rocky
that
Horror
tree
Picture
going
Show.
by? Was that the set
The
for
hedge.
the house?
No, I think that was part of the hedge that they just
Yes,
had
the
people.
hedge. Oh,
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah. A friend of mine started dating a
brilliant.
hedge fund gentleman, and she didn't know what it was, and asked
That's
her,
so
she
funny.
asked me, you know, what, she said, what's a hedge fund? And I just went like this with some giant clippers.
Oh,
They're
that's
married now, and he's an
terribly funny.
absolute billionaire.
Hi, Max. Are you going to be watching Marriage Maze?
Sure am. This could be Bert Schnick's finest hour.
Yeah. Yeah?
Yeah. This could be a major step forward for him.
Yeah. A leap in the dark. I better go check on the Bert. Otherwise.
Right.
Good luck.
And here to bring you your just desserts and a recipe for a perfect marriage is that gorgeous gourmet.
Here he comes. Fasten your seatbelts. You're in for a bumpy ride. The great fabulous. And yet another Australian. Barry Humphries. Dame Edna to you, darlings.
We've all been shouting hoopla
Yeah.
since.
Look at him.
We don't only say damn it, Janet, we say hoopla, Janet.
You know, yeah. That, by the way, is not an Australian accent.
I always loved it in makeup. Barry was always saying, get rid of that double chin. And if you can see, there's a lot of shading under there.
I consider Barry a comic genius, not necessarily in this role. He certainly kept the cast and crew entertained throughout. Hairspray's got a lot of scenes like this.
Sorry?
That film Hairspray, hasn't it?
What has that got?
Yeah, lots of scenes like this in the TV studio. It's interesting seeing this. This was so ahead of its time, darling.
I know, we're just catching up with it.
Mm.
They're in for a treat.
Yeah.
Can we
It's the
re-release
Exterminating Angel of America. The famous movie. This audience, they arrive and they cannot leave. The Louis Buñuel movie.
Which one?
Louis Buñuel.
Oh, right.
Anyway.
I mean, the whole thing at the time was game shows were quite new. Well, it'll come up with Dear Blender and Bitchin' in the Kitchen. Yeah. I mean, he never stops feeling everyone, and he was feeling you.
Oh, well, I like to be felt.
Well, it depends.
Face the cameras! Face the cameras! Now, introduce yourselves.
My name is Brad.
Oh, sorry. I'm Janet Majors, and this is my husband, Brad.
Hey, Brad, we've been hearing some bad things about you. Haven't we, Janet? Haven't we, Janet?
Yes, he needs help.
There's that shading.
Extraordinary, this plot of this film. I mean, I personally didn't really know what was going on half the time. Took years to figure it out. But the extraordinary thing about this is that when they did the Truman Show with James Carey, and O'Brien phoned me up and said, they've stolen my bloody plot. And I'd just been to the Carey show, the Truman Show. And I, when watching it, thought, oh, God, he's born in a soap and never gets out. I thought, that's just like our film.
That's right.
So shock treatment to me then started to make sense.
Yeah.
I mean,
well, I wouldn't go that far.
Oh, yes. But it was so ahead of its time, shock treatment. I was like living in a game show.
Yeah.
And now people are going mad for it. And they did do it at the King's Head on the stage.
And it was a huge success.
Bert brought them over from Europe.
Having the narrator from the Rocky Horror Picture Show, I love all the different characters that are in both films, and Charles Gray is so good in both.
Denton Vale. Have we gone
Spot
quiet?
the Transylvanians in there.
All right.
In that audience. We've got I'm Gay and I'm Glad.
Yes, Gay Brown.
Gay Brown.
And they were the singing troupe. You remember we went to see them?
I do.
What were they called? Angela, what's her name?
And also the...
Sorry, we've just stopped to watch the movie.
Yeah.
Got a bit caught up in it.
Oh, they had to sit there week after week, that audience. But I think...
I know,
rather
but
a cushy role.
Very cushy.
Oh.
This is one of my favourite songs in the world. And that used to be a TV show. All these things would go by and you could win them.
Right.
I don't know if you know about that.
So hard
just
to buy
bought a
good
new
toaster.
toaster.
Yeah. Oh, you have to get the Breville. That's the best one, isn't it?
Oh,
The
I
one
don't
that-
know. No, but it's got glass windows, so you can see your toast burning.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Yes.
I have.
Dear knife drawer. It's
Oh.
brilliant. And then that's Richard doing the, and then
Yeah.
that's him.
Yeah. But how great.
He loved doing that.
Yeah. But don't
No
you
what?
love...
No trouble? What he
no,
said?
no boil, no trouble or
You see?
something.
If I really listen to that. Okay.
But I've been had, and Brad, I'm glad to say, is on his way.
Yeah. Let's hear him.
Why are we always sooner or later bitching in the kitchen or crying?
And my life sometimes has been like that. And when
that's
it comes to
terrible.
bitching in the kitchen and crying in the bedroom all night, it's time to say goodbye.
Oh, I don't want to know. Oh, you see.
Why was it red?
Blood.
Look at that lovely
Yeah.
leg. Like
They
what
wanted me
Richard
for
say.
that.
That's what Richard says when people are going to see Rocky Horror on the stage. He said that you should go home, have a nice bath, shave your legs, and put on some delightful underwear. That's the stage show in Birmingham. or wherever.
Another wheelchair.
What do you mean? That?
Well, I say another, no, only because
yeah,
there's
yeah.
one in Rocky Horror. It just seems as
Oh yes,
Strange.
I see.
Oh, no, just a routine checkup.
Just a routine checkup, viewers?
Oh.
Did we ever go to see this film like we saw Rocky in Leicester Square? We didn't.
I have no memory of it. No, I mean we didn't.
We didn't.
No.
Oh yes,
Big
I know. And
premiere.
also, when they asked me to do it, it was so out of the blue.
Yeah.
I believe Richard O'Brien was in between homes with wives and families and things, and Richard Hartley lent him his flat in Shepherd's Bush or something. And after 3 weeks, Richard O'Brien came out of that flat with this script and the songs
If
written.
only we had that gift to do that every time.
But
we
the thing
broke up
is,
with
it was
someone.
so vague to me how I was approached about it. But they did say to me they thought I should lose some weight.
How very dare they?
I know. And so I went to 68 Harley Street, where everyone went in those days, to Dr. Diet. So I was up cleaning the windows at 4 a.m.
Oh.
because we were on Dr. Diet's little pills.
Okay. Well, when
Anyway.
I remember when I was asked to be in it, and read this and given the script
Where
and
were
whatever.
you?
In London, living in London, and I read it and I was like, what the hell is there for me to do in this? I was very upset. I mean, it was bad enough that I got to do nothing almost. Well, you know, I would have loved to have done more in Rocky. Of course, we always wanted to be
But I
doing
don't
more.
remember reading a script even.
Oh yeah, I was.
And
because
they
I
asked me
just
to
said
come-
I couldn't believe that I had almost nothing to do.
I had to go to Hartley and O'Brien and had to sing with the piano one of the songs. I think it was the Lullaby song. I don't quite know why I had to do that either. So for me, it's maybe it was Dr. Diet's pills, but
But you got a much bigger role in this than me.
Well, yes.
I know. Well, then you didn't need to be. I was so disappointed.
Yes, but you and I look gorgeous. We have a wonderful photo of you and I in our corsets in the dressing room.
I know the corsets which we're wearing underneath our medical uniforms.
Yes.
Which were authentic 50s
Well, you
corsets.
see.
I know, but that's all very
But they're
well.
all in Lullaby. You're in your corset.
I know, but
in
you hardly see.
Lullaby.
I know, but we hardly see them through the
I
window.
saw you.
Yes, but just
Yeah.
briefly. I just walk up and down the aisle in this show, up and down the padded cells.
Yeah, I know it is shocking. I'm sorry. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
I mean, that was the joke that Magenta. I wanted to sing science fiction, and that's why I took the part to play the usherette and sing that. And my agent said, "What if it's only 3 or 4 lines?" And I got the script, and I went page 1, page 2, 3.
Yeah. No.
Congratulations, and it's happy home to Harry and Emily Weiss of Dannon. She got it! She got it in fun! Infantile regression! Your speciality!
I can't wait to begin on him. Really, Bert, I don't know what we'd do without you.
I must confess, the decision to have Brad committed was not strictly my own.
No, of course, there's Janet. But if she was so keen on getting him in here, why wouldn't she sign the contract?
No, it wasn't Janet exactly. It was, in fact, your new sponsor.
Sponsor?
Denton Vale has been so... Yeah, you endorse his Faith Factory, and he endorses your research.
Uh-oh. Those glasses, they look like CDs in miniature.
I thought that was a marvellous line. But I do think I'm very disloyal in this.
She is again.
Because Birchnick's always kind of holding my hand and things, and I thought that was just because he was blind.
Yeah, they all say that, darling. Yeah.
And I thought, what's he doing, Barry Humphries? Stop touching me. He's great fun later with a pineapple. Here we go. I love this. I just think the shooting of it's fantastic.
Yeah, most original.
Really stunning. Like, if you think it's walking a corridor and to make it look that good.
Yeah.
You know? I want to be in this film all over again.
But you see how she's following the camera? It's almost like a...
Oh, I see.
She's, singing to the camera, like in The Office, talking to the camera.
No, don't sell emotion. You can't buy devotion if you're
at the seams.
I can't understand why circular prisons have gone out of fashion. I've got one at my place, but I think it's one of the last ones.
What place?
My house in Sydney, a circular prison like that, where I like to keep some, pizza delivery boys if they misbehave or whatever.
All right.
What was the Phantom film that we were showing?
Phantom of the Paradise.
The Phantom of the Paradise. Well,
she was stunning in it, Jessica.
Jim Sharman showed that to Andrew Lloyd Webber and gave him the idea to do the Phantom of the Opera. And he wanted Jim to direct it, but Jim wasn't interested. Jim used to be
Phantom of the Paradise, isn't it based on Phantom of the Opera?
No, but
Yeah.
he suggested that Andrew Lloyd Webber make a musical of it, which he did, to some success, I've heard. And he wanted Jim to direct it. He used to offer Jim to direct all his musicals, but Jim just didn't want to do it, sadly. So talented, Jim Sharman.
Boiled away
out of your coffee, replace that old perk of yours with a coffee maker of prestigious distinction, and be the envy of all with a coffee maker that says it all.
Oh, thanks.
When that man of yours...
The thing was that this was meant to be made in Texas, but at the time there was a writer's strike in America, so there was nothing made. Nothing was allowed to be done. So we had to, at the very last second, adapt it to Lee Studios at Wembley, which isn't quite Texas. So they had to very quickly
Also, they weren't allowed
things.
to... They couldn't shoot outdoors. It had to be in a studio.
When I look back on that, I got very excited when I heard that, because I'd never been to Texas. I'm never out of Texas now. You know.
Texas put a ring on it.
I've been Dallas, Houston, Knoll. Anyway. But Brian Thompson and Sue Blaine went to Texas to look for locations, and Sue Blaine bought all these costumes that the audience are wearing in thrift shops in Texas. You know, and I thought she designed them all, and she hadn't.
Well,
No,
her budget for the Rocky Horror Picture Show was $1,200. So it looks, perhaps it was similar for this. I can't imagine she had that much more money. That would be very synthetic.
I lent her a designer dress of mine at the time. As she said, we were nurses, and I thought, well, maybe we could be quite smartened up nurses.
Yeah.
And so she copied the shoulders, which one, instead of square shoulders, they were like triangular. So our green dresses are based on that, my dress, which I've actually never seen since. But I don't miss it.
Always the story.
And men should be the misters and the masters of their sisters.
I believe that Sue Blaine, the costume designer, told me that there was not one costume, there was not one whole organic fibre in the entire wardrobe of Shock Treatment. Everything is synthetic. She made sure of that. No organic fibres.
Is there a reason?
Well, because it just captured this time in America and these people. You know, everything was synthetic.
Polyester.
You know, and she bought. Yeah. Now that's another movie entirely.
Oh yes.
Yes.
Wax a car, fix a fuse, and tend a bar. A man should like his brow to be wet with sweat, and should know the right occasions to indulge in tax evasions. A man should know the settings that his spark plugs get. Faggots are maggots. Thank God I'm a man.
Woddermeer! Scrumptious, meine Liebling.
You see, he's always touching me.
Yeah. Darling, a lot of us would give a lot of money to have Barry Humphries always touching us.
But I thought it would be the other way round.
He's a genius, they keep saying.
He's touching you now.
I think I might still have that watch that I'm wearing.
Conspiracy? Well, that sounds a little far-fetched.
Oh, I don't know. Remember Lieutenant Orpheus? He disappeared into that Underworld series and never came back.
Sounds like my husband. He never came back.
Ruby Wax, fabulous.
I know, and I think Richard O'Brien would know that, wouldn't he?
I asked Ruby what she remembered of the film, and she said she just remembers there was a lot of red. Must be referring to her office.
Oh, yeah.
Episode. So that Janet will be free to front line the new Faith Factory show.
That's very bad fake wine. Too much water.
Everyone loves the girl next door. Particularly Farley.
So it's you.
Is he in on something that we're not?
Come in.
Oh, hi.
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 Oh, I just came to give you this, Betty.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hi.
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 Oh, we better get going. Tomorrow's the big one, and...
What's the big one tomorrow?
Oh, you bet.
If only I could tell you, Pat. There is a lot of red. Ruby was right.
Oh, Ralph.
Nasty.
Alimony is just Conspiracy is right. The Denton dossiers.
Closed.
Dentonvale. Special guest star, Janet Majors.
Janet!
I've come to see Brad.
That's out of the question. He's sleeping like a baby.
You see, I was under the illusion that I actually was a psychiatrist in this. Until Madman Mike, who knows every inch of this, said, "No, Pat, you were just an actress acting a psychiatrist."
Oh, well, that doesn't make
Can
You did a
imagine?
beautiful job of it, darling.
Thank you.
Richard O'Brien has not put £1 on in the 45 years I've known him.
This is Farley, and I'm here with the score. We're going to package and sell some mental health to the nation with my dream of the girl next door.
Oh, why aren't they doing tomorrow's new dance steps the way they used to yesterday? And who draws a perfect circle anymore? And if you're waiting for greatness to shake hands with you, you better daydream your life away. I've only wanted one thing, and that's for sure. You're not just looking at a fast food king.
Do you remember who was the choreographer in this?
No, Busby Barkley, I think. I certainly was pleased to be able to do something finally.
I'm gonna shoot for the moon, I'm gonna play high noon, I'm gonna take on the entire human race.
That's the equivalent of the throne in Rocky Horror Picture Show. That was a high point.
And I seen the light, and I'm gonna see the coming day when the sun in the sky is a spotlight just for me.
Jazz hands.
I couldn't do jazz hands. Really, I still can't. I mean, my ex-husband was a drummer and insisted I didn't have any rhythm.
Oh,
well, I got a
with your
gold
personality,
record.
you don't need rhythm, darling.
That's kind of you. But I'd like to have rhythm as well.
You're doing well
But
there.
I did say, I said, yeah, but I've got a gold record, Don, and you haven't.
Ah, well done. And you still look sensationally beautiful.
You talking to me?
Yes!
Oh, thank you. Oh, my goodness. Yes.
And Richard looks exactly the same. Oh, she's lovely. Look at you,
Richard
gorgeous.
was really upset that he actually wore those pebbled glasses because eventually he thought it was a very bad idea. And it is quite bad that not to see the eyes. Do you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
But I thought they worked. I didn't see any problem with them. Mm.
Well, Farley Flavors is fairly...
Oh, the wit of that woman.
But I want to see Brad.
The question is, Janet, does Brad want to see you? Quite frankly.
I know.
That was a bit rich.
Yeah, well, I really didn't like saying that line. I thought it was a bit naff.
I think it is a naff line, I agree. Frankly, he hates
I
you.
know,
Is
it's
it too late to
crap.
have a rewrite?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
That's an extremely
Giving himself all the best life.
Yes. I never noticed that
Yeah.
before.
And the
Quite
hand.
often I'm so busy looking at myself, I don't see what other
That's
people
right.
are doing.
And he's also
Sorry.
was trying
Yeah.
to restrain himself from strangling her.
Right. No pressure.
Up and down,
Up and
up
down, up and down. She's making her money.
Yeah.
Stand by for Faith Factory rehearsal.
I bet that Macy Struthers had a hand in this. Will probably be replaced by an hour of fashion tips.
Now, Betty, don't overreact.
Overreact? You're the one with theories about conspiracy. Oliver,
Yes, Betty?
are you spoken for this evening?
That was bleak.
Yeah. Where's Meatloaf at a time like this?
Is he meant to be in it?
Well, these dinner scenes aren't as much fun without him.
Oh, I see. Sorry. Missed it. Yeah, I'm starving. Peep in. Mm.
This is the nerve center. You must stay here tonight. That way we can all be together when Mr. Sun paints us a new day with his golden brush.
That line went down awfully well.
Oh, my
And
Lord,
it
darling.
took a lot of breath control.
I really think Richard's handed you some dud ones this time round.
And people love that line. Yeah. And then the amazing thing was you, Nell, having a ponytail in those days.
Oh,
It's quite extraordinary.
I think my real
'Cause I
hair was
first met
pink.
you with pink hair and
I know.
short.
I think it was
Then
pink
came
under the pony.
But that's your hair, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's not a wig.
No.
So you'd gone into ponytail style.
Mm-hmm.
Extraordinary.
Yeah, I was trying to broaden my range. As you can see in this performance I'm giving.
Oh, you did that all right.
Thank you.
I love this too. As a girl, that was one of my favourite poems.
Oh.
I know it by heart.
By thy long grey beard and glittering eye, now wherefore stops thou me?
She's done marvellous things, you know, Ruby Wax. She's sort of starting up
Oh, here's the best song in this film. It's brilliant.
Oh.
Look at that.
That woman is smouldering hot.
Jessica.
No, the other one with the ponytail. This is a great shot, isn't it?
It's wonderful.
Rear window. Oh, you look great.
You're good.
You've got dirt on your hands and everybody.
What's he doing?
Dusting. Oh, he's reaching for his jetan.
Yes, I thought that was quite cool.
Very cool.
What's he doing with that?
Oh!
Stop it! Get on with your needles and pins.
Oh.
Oh!
Incest. There's just nothing like it.
Well, I don't know, because they said to me, a Japanese boy said to me, how do you feel about incest, Miss Quinn, at a Q&A for Rocky Horror?
Yeah.
And I said, what is incest? He said, about 11 years. I love this verse. Anne's limbo. He's so romantic, Richard.
So many good songs in it.
Beautiful. That's adorable.
Who can sing that high? It's... Oh, that's extraordinary, that voice.
It's time for bye-byes. It's been a great day, thanks a heap.
I just realised the whole thing's based on television screens,
Yeah.
isn't it? I didn't get it.
But it's also a bit like the, in
Rear window,
Amsterdam
yeah,
where the hookers are in the windows. It looks a bit like that. Oh, and there's the beautiful circular jail like mine. The Truman Show before its time.
Mm-hmm.
He went like one that hath been stunned, and is of sense.
I told you I knew it all.
You knew it off by heart, correct?
I did.
You didn't need no book.
I could
No
have
book
done it.
reading for you.
I love this.
Does this bird belong to you?
Great haircut Barry had. A little Freud goes a long way.
He had a lonely night.
He did. Just him and Freud. Love Janet.
Nice to see you up and about.
Emphasis on C, Nell.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you. Up and down,
Why does he
up
pretend
and down.
to be blind?
We'll have to wait to see.
Well, this is just the top. And there they are
exactly.
again. There's the, what are they called? And all the presidents.
Yeah, symbols of
And they,
America at this
oh,
point.
look, the red high heels. Gorgeous.
Yeah, love that
Still
rug
love it.
of the presidents.
The American Gothic, you know.
Yeah.
Good old Brian Thompson got
I
it all
know.
back in. What are those boots with pom-poms? Haven't seen them before.
Her lines are very monotonous. Hey, when is he, Brad? Well, they took a long time setting that up, I'm sure.
I mean, when this coming out in Blu-ray is going to be so stunning because when Rocky came out, you
It
suddenly
pops
saw
everything.
all the dwarfs and oh, I didn't say dwarfs, did I?
No, you said small people.
No, gnomes around the jukebox and things that I'd never seen before. So we were
Darling,
able to
I'd-
see every prop in the thing.
Small people, please. Don't. No.
Ah, wonderful this.
Oh.
And every girl must have one. I'm wearing one now.
Dressing up has always been my greatest joy. But when it's time to be discreet, there's one
Brilliant.
you just can't beat.
Oh.
He's good. Yes.
Oh.
So exciting.
Richard.
Split it up to there. Hip, hip, hip.
Oh. He's so good.
Yes. He's brilliant in this, isn't he?
He's brilliant.
Hoopla.
I thought she said Hitler.
Now this is brilliant. He got so overexcited when I opened this door. And he goes in that he in this scene,
Yeah.
when he first made the first entrance, he knocked over the whole bloody set.
Ah!
Because he was hyping himself up
How
so much.
great is that little fridge of caviar?
I
Oh.
could do with some of that now.
Yeah.
Look at her. I want it.
She looks fabulous.
Sue Blaine, what a cut.
Oh.
And the hat, the one.
Hot pink eyes is unusual even now.
Yeah, it's gorgeous, aren't they? They work pink. I like it.
She looks amazing.
And she's got the red shoes on. Go for it, Jay.
I wouldn't have done red shoes with a black dress.
But Mac did.
Oh, that's a great line.
We loved playing this
It came
scene.
back and it never is going to go away. Minimal.
We did enjoy this.
Criminal.
Little black mess. Dress.
Ah.
Oh! Drilling the bits. I think the names are extraordinary in this. I never knew why Nation was Nation. Oscar drilling the bits. Every band should be called that. And you're Nurse Ansalon,
I
aren't
know.
you?
Yeah.
And Nation and
Ansalon.
Cosmo. Never asked him why he thought of those names. There's Perry Bedden behind.
Oh, and there's another Transylvanian.
Oh.
The fabulous. The golden. The very wonderful. I knew it. Janet, Janet, Janet.
There they are.
Oh.
My casting director.
I thought you were going to say,
Is great. There's a little magenta in there.
Yeah.
So far.
I thought she was about to say a weakling weighing 38 pounds.
Oh, this is the me of me. That was wonderful. I really think this is such an O'Brien number. Look at him. Look at Richard.
Yeah.
I've never seen that before.
The camera should have been on him.
Yeah. Because he's so excited about his dress and what she's got to. Do you know what I mean? Success of it.
Oh.
Oh, yeah. Whoa!
Excellent frisbee throw.
I love the French bit.
Ah ha ha. She's having a
I'm
hard time
willing
dancing
to
in
die
those
for
heels.
moi. Now this is wonderful.
Cray.
Friends of ours were there watching this. Andrew Logan and his friends, and I think Jenny Runnicker. And she destroys the set. I went to Andrew Logan's glass house.
Yeah.
And I suddenly looked at these pillars, Doric columns, and I thought, they're from they're from Shock Treatment. They'd taken the pillars home. And I went to Jenny Runacres and I said, they're from Shock Treatment.
I never leave a party without a pillar.
Well, I wanted them. Look at them.
Yeah.
You see how gorgeous they are?
Yeah. Glad Andrew's got them.
I know.
Oh, you see, he can fix things like that.
I don't think they were broken. Look, there's the
lovely turbans.
That turban guy's from
the Transylvania.
Transylvania.
And you can see and hear Janet tonight on Faith Factory.
They say the most flattering wall colour is a certain cream because it reflects on a woman's face. That's what she should have. Red, I'm not so sure.
No, I've gone red.
That's what I mean.
Yes.
It's not a highly recommended wall colour. But then again, tell that to Dinah Vreeland. That should have been me.
That's Imogen Clare. She's she's wonderful as that character. And Gia Cox copied that costume perfectly and made it for herself. And Sue Blaine told me that was from the thrift shop in Dallas.
Yeah. Well, I saw Gia perform that
Yeah,
role
we did at the 40th
at the 40th anniversary, yeah.
in New York. I mean, I truly know from the shadow casts of Shock Treatment that Shock Treatment is definitely a stage show. I've always known it. I saw the first shadow cast in Manchester years ago, and I thought, this is extraordinary as a piece. as a
Works
play.
better.
Yes.
Mm. Mind
But
you.
when they did it, they really cut down
Rocky-
on the characters.
Yeah, but the Rocky Horror Show worked brilliantly, you know,
on stage
on
too,
stage.
but we did it back to front, the other
Yeah.
way. Because do you usually take films to the stage?
Everything
Yeah, they
goes
do that
now.
now.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, they've been doing it for years. Yes.
Oh.
I love it.
Oh, what do you think of that makeup she's wearing?
I like it.
It's a little pale, Treasure. I mean, the face is supposed to match the shoulders and neck. Sort of the reverse of the Barry Humphries makeup. See, oh, look, there they are. Matchy, matchy. Oh, same makeup artist, obviously, at the beginning of the day.
Great danger of doing himself a mischief.
We only want what's best for him. As parents, you must understand.
No, I don't. Brad doesn't need to be trussed up like a turkey.
God, I thought of the shoulders.
They enter the room before you.
Double the strength.
We did.
We know our job.
We also know how you feel. We're not strangers to confusion.
What a performance.
We're not confused.
Well, I am, goddammit. You trust Brad with this crowd pleaser?
Ooh! You need a little. Again, the lyrics are brilliant. Brilliant.
Yeah. But also great music. All by the brilliant Richard O'Brien.
Mr.
And of course,
Hartley.
Richard Hartley, I was going to just say,
Of course.
as the music,
As a team.
the musical director was fabulous.
As a
Richard
team,
Hartley.
those two are amazing. And they did that.
Oh, actually, Richard Hartley co-wrote this, didn't he?
I don't know.
He certainly was very involved in the music of Shock Treatment.
You're jumping like a real live wire. Need a bit of shock treatment. So look out, mister. Don't you blow your last resistor for a pistol that'll mystify ya.
Get out of the way, Daddy.
Yeah.
So new wave. Don't you love it? Ooh. I could do a bit of with a bit
Point
of it.
those toes, Miss Harper.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you're the pointer.
Mm. See, this song would be a hit for a
Brilliant.
musical. It's a fabulous song.
No. And the whole Polaroid thing, isn't it great?
Yeah.
Before we had things
They've
like
come back into
iPhones.
fashion, you know, though. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. And they take these tiny little pictures. I don't understand.
But also
them.
terrible quality.
Look at that. Bert can sing.
He's flawless, Charles Gray.
Yes, I know, but
Yeah.
I mean, he's just more confused than anyone. I mean, he's just watching the whole thing happen before him.
welcome to the Faith Factory rehearsal.
Thank
We're all
you.
really excited about tonight.
Mm-hmm. That's Perry.
Yeah.
You with me? Yeah. Oh, here comes Oscar drilling the bits. I love them. I met the drummer of the Bits the other day. We were going to a Doctor Who convention, and he was with Sylvester McCoy, who's the godfather of his son, and his son was with him. And he said, I was the drummer of Oscar drilling the Bits. He's adorable. So now I really look at him.
An introduction.
Later, Francine.
Frankie!
Bert, could you spare a moment?
Of course.
We want Janet! 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 We want Janet! 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 We want Janet!
Janet, a quick word. Could you tell our viewers what exactly you will be representing tonight?
Sanity for today.
Look, it's $1 million.
DTV's newest star. Okay, guys, let's move on.
How's Brad?
That was really Australian.
It was.
That was Dave Edna. A wreck. Could you do it in an Australian accent?
I live every day with it.
He's a wreck.
Shoot.
Yeah.
Isn't her about the carpet? Very annoying.
Is there anything else you'd like, Janet?
Yeah, a new carpet.
Yeah.
She. I mean, the way people start to behave with a bit of fame is shocking.
Absolutely shocking.
Nice lamp.
How's the carpet in your dressing room, darling? You just had it redone. Is it to your satisfaction?
My dressing room? Oh, yes.
Someone. I'm going to win my way into the lives and hearts of the people, even if I have to chill to do it.
Chill to do it?
Kill. I quite like this.
I don't even know why I'm wasting my time here with you. I should be with my people.
I think it'd be much more fun having a cocktail with them. You and Richard.
It's getting out of control now.
Yeah. It's like the exterminating angel.
So there's our darling Gary Shale, who was in Quadrophenia, so famous for that. He's adorable, Gary Shale.
The TV show audience that couldn't leave the set.
Janet, we really enjoyed doing the breakfast show.
This is Janet. She's a phenomenal.
Yes. Then, baby.
God.
Well, we
Cheap
had to do
date.
something with her.
Oh.
I think you need a little rest. You've got a big night ahead.
We used to put a liquid like that on our mosquito bites in Australia to stop them itching.
Wardrobe check for Faith
Janet! Janet! We want Janet!
Aren't they great? But getting back to Faith Factory.
That's not a wig, by the way, that she's wearing. That's her own hair.
Who are you talking about?
That blonde.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's her own hair.
She's marvellous. I love her.
Yeah.
She used to live up the road from me in Primrose Hill in London. I've forgotten her name.
Yeah, she's got incredible hair. She was very proud of it.
Was she? I never knew about that.
A payphone. So charming.
Why, what year is it
Look
meant to be?
1826.
Just made that up.
Right here.
Thank you. And that's the word from Ralph Hapshat and Macy Struthers.
Janet! Janet! We want Janet! 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 We want Janet!
Oh, Oliver. What are we going to do?
Care to indulge?
Indulge?
Mm-hmm. And a little,
Final reminder.
Actually, Ruby was lucky to be working with him like that, wasn't she?
Yeah, she had a very good Rob. She's also very good in it.
Yes, of course.
Do you know, I first met Ruby when she was a spear holder at the Royal Shakespeare Company in
Yes.
Stratford-upon-Avon.
I didn't know women did hold spears.
She did, but she was American.
Black leather brogues.
Too flashy. They'll clash with the new outfits. All right, Brad, dear. Have another sedative. We'll miss you on the show tonight.
Don't worry, Brad.
You see, that's how ahead of the time this show is.
What?
That's the original I'll Be Back.
Oh.
Yeah. We did it way before the Terminator did.
Right.
I've just come to tell you how fabulous I am.
Oh, I put that bit in. That's quite naughty. I wasn't directed to do that. Yeah, those one-liners. Told you. Leave me alone. Get off. Sorry.
Freud was in that bedroom as well as his portrait everywhere.
Probably we were in Barry's room by mistake.
Do you think Jim Sharman had something about wheelchairs? Because you didn't really need to be in a wheelchair in that little pen.
Well, what would
More
he sit
red,
in? It's
more red.
comfy for him.
An armchair would have been more comfortable.
It doesn't look patient-like. This is great, this song.
We gotta hit the street.
Maid, looking for trade. I love it. I mean, I sing
I think she
these
was
at
told
home.
not to show any emotion in her face.
Mm-hmm.
See? Whatever look, pretend you're not singing.
You're being a bit naughty.
Well, there's something zombie-like about her character suddenly. They were thrilled with that moment.
The boys, the kids, you
Yeah.
mean? As the gangsters. They're gorgeous, aren't they?
So you've got to remember how excited each one was to get that moment on the camera, and they got a new outfit for it.
I know, it's brilliant. It's only now I'm thinking of Sue Blaine, do you know, and the costumes. And
Yeah.
and him to be on that table.
Yeah.
Extraordinary.
He, on the other hand, was not looking forward to doing that bit.
I feel as if I've never seen this film before. I think it's making a comeback. Well, it's not a comeback, it'll be like a whole new movie. Because it's even surprising me at the moment. Must be chatting about it.
To be the chosen one. There are games to be played. Looking for trade.
You've just got to hand it to to Brian Thompson. His sets are so original, aren't they? To have the whole thing in padded walls like that.
It's beyond belief. I don't use the word genius lightly, but I certainly use it for Thompson and Sharman. I mean,
And
the mix.
Barry Humphries is a genius, I think, a comic genius. And I agree. I don't use the word lightly at all. I use it extremely heavily. Look at you. And that, of course, was your hair. I didn't realise that your role was so much bigger than mine, Pat.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, Janet. How are you feeling?
How are you?
The band.
Do you have any friends?
Sure.
You won't have soon. What do you call your band?
I was going to say the Gay City Rollers.
There she is again.
She made the most of that hand, miss.
Yes, but she was a ballet dancer. I mean, was a wonderful dancer, and then she taught at my drama school. She taught all Laban Carpenter's.
She was a great dresser too, right?
Yeah.
That bitch is going to try and be a nurse like me. She can just forget it.
With the president.
President. Past presidents. Betty, this is beginning to add up.
I'm not getting it. Why are they talking about past presidents?
Because of the rug behind them.
But make sure it's your own.
It's the first time she spoke.
You know, I was in a play and one of the actors came on in such a hurry with his costume change that the coat hanger was still in the coat while he was wearing it.
Yes, I know, but not like Barry Humphries knocking down a set.
Mm.
So we're all getting ready for the big night. I like this song, did you?
Yeah, hard to get the words out. It was your mother that said to wear white around the face. It's always very flattering.
Very flattering.
Yeah, I've always remembered that.
Oh, look what I did to my kid.
That's the first time I thought I could sing rock and roll. I was so excited.
It's funny how American Gothic is such an iconic portrait, isn't it?
I know, and it's all around London at the moment because it's at the Royal Academy. I can't get away from it. It's nowhere near here. This is brilliant.
Yeah, don't try and put a long skirt on me, baby.
She's doing it again.
Oh, darling.
That's your move.
I could make a mile out of a 2-second moment. Because God knows that's all I ever got. Oh, I never worked with the mirror again.
Control. I thought I was rocking.
Why aren't you in a skirt? Odd.
No, I didn't like that outfit.
Yeah, you should be in a skirt
Very
with your great gowns.
Dumpy making.
Odd that. Choreography's everything.
He's an emotional cripple, remember? Even he wouldn't like to see you like that.
I didn't talk up loudly enough in this. Annoy myself.
How is she? Well, come on. Farley's expecting her any minute. You guys get your asses in front of those cameras.
What's he doing with her?
The reputation, okay? Well, move!
We just want to ask a few questions.
I'd like some of those, please.
I think you've had enough of this.
Thank you.
I love that. I just love that.
Oh, that's hysterical.
It's good, that. I felt so cool.
That is great.
Oh.
My daughter's like that with me, actually.
I'm funny. Now, this is the whole thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's when she finds out. That's when Madman Mike explained to me that, Pat, you were just an actress in series. You were never a psychiatrist.
One would kill to be one of those now. Yeah.
Well, I didn't kind of see that bit.
Character actors.
There. And he thought I was obviously round.
See, there's the throne from Rocky Horror.
Oh. Oh, that's funny, him
Yeah.
with the drum. He's adorable in this, Chris, isn't he?
Adorable.
I love his character. There's the pillars again.
Mm-hmm. Of wisdom.
And so if you're a follower of exotic trends and fashion, you'll find plenty to keep you going here tonight. And naturally feeling the excitement and not wishing to stick out like a sore thumb, I had to get a little outfit of my own together. And this...
I wonder what happened to her, because I think she's marvellous. I
Yeah.
love her work.
And look at that figure.
I know.
She looks $1 million. Now, who was sleeping with who on this film? I'm not going to go into how many I was, but just in general. Any thoughts?
What's Ike?
What do you mean, what's Ike?
What's he got to do with the twin dolphins? It's Eisenhower.
I like Ike. I don't love him, but I like him.
Let's hear it for Oscar Drill and the Bits.
Brilliant. I love the name.
Yeah.
Whoa!
All right.
Come on, Gary Shale. He's still singing for us.
Was that Linda McCartney?
In it rough. So there's my drummer boy.
Yeah.
That, you know, Doctor Who.
Look at those extensions. I like that he's so young.
And the drummer's his mate. They lived in the same street, you know.
Yeah?
There he is. I love watching
Yeah.
him now.
It is Linda McCartney.
Now I'm trying to think who that really is. I know who it is. Oh, wonderful. These hats are wonderful.
Interesting the way you just held that hat straight in front of the camera.
I think I was directed to do that.
That's what they all say. I think I look very bored in the back there. I was livid I wasn't dancing.
I was never so bored in my life than sitting there.
Look,
I'm not there yet.
That's how bored you were.
Yeah.
I like. Yep, Linda.
Because I know at one point Richard and I was sitting there and we said, should we
Ooh.
go and get a drink?
Yeah.
We went to the bar and got ourselves a drink and sat down again.
Yeah.
And we forgot there was a director who maybe wasn't too happy about that.
But when you're with the writer, it helps.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. I never thought of him
See
as
that bitch dressed as a nurse? Look at you smoking.
Everyone was smoking.
I know, it just seems odd to see you smoking your Gauloise.
I mean, when
I
I
have
was
to
a
say,
girl,
your
we all
hairdo-
copied Betty Davis.
Your
because it was
hairdo's
so
the best in the
sophisticated.
show, don't you think?
Well, thank you.
I love it. 1940s. Late 40s.
Yes, and it was quite a...
Mind you, you've got stiff competition with Barry Humphries there. He's also got a good bob. See, she's just trying to be me.
We've heard rumors that you're going to unveil more than just a new series tonight. Is this true?
Yes, where have you gone? Oh, you're sitting.
Tell us a little more about it.
Well, let's just say we're planning on putting sanity.
You know, Tim Curry didn't take the job because he said he didn't think he could do an American accent.
I don't believe that for 1 minute, because Tim Curry can do any accent he wants. You know, he can do anything, that fella. Probably thought he didn't like it.
But you know also, all the papers and everything say the trivias say that Barry Bostwick didn't take the role because it conflicted with another job. He said he was never offered the role.
No, because Susan Sarandon turned it down so they'd to get another Brad.
But that's not what all the press say about it. They say
there's the Pillars again.
They say that he wasn't available. He was doing another film. But he told me that he was never offered the job.
No, and at the 40th anniversary in New York last year, he sat in the front row with us and watched the film for the first time with the shadow cast, and even he was gobsmacked because that shadow cast was amazing, wasn't it?
They were amazing. Oh, Linda's good in this.
We love you, baby.
Is she on drugs again?
I think we were all on drugs during this,
No,
weren't we?
I'm talking about her expressionless face.
So am I.
I like doing that bit.
Yeah,
Because she doesn't say he hates you anymore.
Yeah, look, that bitch is now sitting in our throne for the Rocky Horror Show.
The president.
Oh, I love him. Owen Lapsey.
Hi, I'm Erwin Lapsey, president of Lapsey Autos. And I'm holding in my hand here some keys. Keys which I would like to give to the little lady who's being so honored here tonight. And I want to tell you, if she takes these keys, she will find that they fit something.
Oh.
And what that something is an almost brand new.
Ooh.
That's the one you and I sat in when we were doing our
little
film for Lyndall Hobbs.
That was a curious trunk opening.
Oh, yes. I missed out on that.
Look at me pretending not to be bored out of my mind.
No, you look as if you are, sorry.
Yeah, no, I agree. Livid I wasn't getting to do more.
Janet's absolutely speechless, ladies and gentlemen. But here's someone we do want to hear from.
Oh. Jeans.
What's wrong with jeans?
Well, everything is so sort
Oh,
of
yes,
originally
yes,
done. They
yes.
actually jump out.
Oh, I see, yes.
That he wasn't wearing slacks. Look
Oh, I
at
see.
Barry, so nimble.
That's why.
He's still-
That's why he knocked over the set. I mean, he is a comedian, and it's, it's another world to be in acting. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's usually on his own. He's not used to having people
but
around.
he was an actor before he did Dame Edna. I mean, he'd already done Dame
Yeah,
Edna.
I've read his book.
But he was in Oliver, playing Fagin in the West End decades ago. Fuck!
And another F for...
They had a cushy job, that audience, didn't they?
I was thinking the very same thing.
Honest to
I would have my
God.
book underneath me.
And they were being
and be able to-
entertained.
Yeah, and then you just, read in the
I mean,
dull
there were
bits.
a few takes and things, and they did have to go to sleep, but,
He does look like Jack Nicholson in that
Oh,
moment.
yes. Definitely.
He's also very good in it.
No, I think the man's marvellous.
Yeah, he's very good in it.
Marvellous.
And also it's
I forget
Kind
that
of an
he's playing
odd-
both the parts.
I know, but also
I completely forget. I think that's somebody else. I forget.
Yeah.
Completely forgot it's him. It's extraordinary what he can do. Yes, I like that.
how many times do you have to get to
And he
say
has
it
that
incontrovertibly in a film?
And this beautiful face.
Uh-oh.
And this is amazing. There's a song here, and when I first heard it, I thought, have they reduced this to panto?
Mm.
And now I think it's
Ooh.
the best song in the world.
That was a bit steep.
This is why I thought it was panto. See?
Yeah. Janet. Brad. Dr. Scott.
Huh?
Huh?
I thought this became panto. Okay.
Yeah.
And then this is brilliant, this song. It doesn't spare anything. I love it.
Sir, you're a loser, an abomination in the eyes of
See, I could have been walking down that corridor in this moment and really livened things up. I could have been dancing down.
No, this is brilliant now. These lyrics are brilliant. In fact, I use this a lot when talking to people. Because it's so true. You know, it's a bit like... This is amazing. It's a bit like Meatloaf singing Hot Patootie. Because to get all these words into that, you know, it's
Yeah.
so verbose.
Well, that's what Richard O'Brien does.
I know
puts
he does.
so many words into a song.
They
But they're
were
witty,
amazed
so they're
at-
always worth it.
Yeah, yeah. But imagine learning both parts, and it's fantastic.
Yeah. Just like Rocky Horror, it's chock full of terrific songs.
Chock-a-block.
Chock-a-block, darling. So, I mean, which is...
Now, the other thing that was so
which is
bad...
a lot more than you can say about many successful musicals.
Yes,
I mean, how
quite.
many songs are you going to sing from Les Mis? How many songs do people sing from Cats? One. How many songs...
No, we're rock and
Yeah.
roll.
That's
But
one of the reasons
the-
Rocky Horror was so
yes.
successful. And this, I have a feeling that this is going to become a
All right,
a
but
slow burn hit.
We're going to make it a hit this very day because they're going to do a Blu-ray of it, and I'm so excited. And the thing is that people are really taking to it because I do a lot of conventions
Yeah.
and meet the fans.
Yeah.
And
it works great as a live show.
yes,
and
but
now,
what was treacherous about the release of this film, that how idiotically they put this film on like Rocky Horror at midnight. And the same kind of, and that's such a different show.
Absolutely.
This is a family show, you know. Well, so
But
is
also,
Rocky
it's
Horror.
got to, you know, you can't sell something as a cult. You know, it's got to make its own way to the midnight screenings. You've got to start with a big, you know,
well,
huge distribution, and then
yes.
if it's a success, people will be doing, you know,
Yeah, but a
dressing up
young kid at 20th
midnight.
Century did say how we market, because 2 years Rocky Horror was a sleeper, that's what they called
Yeah.
it. And I remember you and I watching the first Rocky Horror in the Leicester Square together in the cinema. And I remember you and I loving it, and all the audience going out was saying, oh, but the show was so much better.
Yeah.
And I thought, no, it wasn't.
They're
Anyway,
different things.
yes, but
Yeah.
I know. But the other thing is that then so Rocky Horror for 2 years wasn't heard of till a 20th Century Fox kid said we'll distribute this across every campus in America and put it on at midnight.
Yeah, no,
and then
they did it
drew
back
a
to front.
strange
No.
crowd.
They should have thrown it at every, you know, massive distribution and seen
No,
how
this
it's gone.
this shock treatment, you mean?
Yeah.
Yes, I know, because it's a completely different
Yeah,
kind of
you
being.
can't start out as a, you know, start out in cult screenings and then take it from there. Well, it goes the other way around.
But how could they have got it so wrong?
Darling, if I could answer that.
Yeah.
But actually, I can answer that.
No, can you? Right.
is the way we're going to put the rest of our house in order, including the upstairs.
Miss, you. Yes, would you come up here, please, and help us to inaugurate the Farley Flavors Faith Factory, transmitting from coast to coast and continent to continent. You are Miss? Miss?
Macy Struthers.
Macy Struthers!
I went to a convention, this is so long ago, near Heathrow Airport. It was a little English convention. And suddenly I turned around and I saw this girl, and it was Katie. She's not Katie Morgan. And she was dressed as Nation McKinley in the green costume. Perfect. And she's the first Nation I ever saw. I was so amazed by her. And she came up to me and she said, I've written to your agent because I'd like to be your web mistress. Yes.
I've got a web mistress.
And I didn't know what that was, really. And I said, you'd
Her
like to
name's
be what?
Susie.
You're right. And Katie is my web mistress, but she's the First Nation. Like Robin Lipner, when I went to New York, was the first magenta.
Terrific.
Follow me down the DTV trail to Dentonvale!
Thanks, honey. They got it. Now, out of the way. That's right.
I can't stand it. Everything good always ends out of people.
They're leaving. Straight jacket time.
Oh.
I've never, ever... Well, it's Sanity for today, of course. And I think this is one of the best shot things ever.
Which is the greatest shot?
When they have the straight jackets on, it's a Busby Berkeley.
I know, but I thought you meant this.
No. Coming up, sorry.
I like his straight jacket.
Pillars.
Get in there!
I always love that little noise. Ooh.
Some people do it for compassion. Some people do it for the fashion. Some people do it to be funny. Some people do it for the money.
That's very John Lennon.
Yeah. You tell him,
Anyhow. Charlie Gray was a great friend of Ava Gardner's.
Oh, really?
Yes, he used to escort her. She lived across the road from him.
For each other. Some people do it for the lover. Some people do it for improvement.
Some people do it for the movement.
Some people do it for enjoyment.
Some people do it for employment.
Charlie boy.
That's right.
Whoops.
Yeah.
Whoops.
Ruby tripped there.
No matter how the wind is blowing. We're gonna do it anyhow. We're gonna do it anyhow.
They're cool, those kids, aren't they? Gorgeous. I don't remember that shot.
Imagine tying that many people up into straight jackets.
Brilliant. Look at that.
Yeah.
So they've all come into their own now.
Yeah.
This is it.
Oh, that's great.
I met the art director of this the other day. I'd never met him on the set.
Really?
Yeah.
No matter how the wind is blowing.
Oh. Was that you?
No. I'm not in that car.
Oh.
So how did we get it? They went off in it. What happened?
It's parked right inside my garage now.
The sun never sets on those who ride into it.
We just gotta keep going.
Hooray!
Additional ideas,
Yeah.
Brian Thompson.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Good old Richard. Oh, Gillian Gregory.
Gillian Gregory.
Yeah. She choreographed my tap dance in the Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Yeah. I loved
Cliff
her.
DeYoung. Exotic name. Oh, yes. He was damn good.
And Salon.
Ruby has done marvels with helping people with depression.
I
She's
know.
getting
Well,
some-
she got it from this film. That's where it began.
Yeah. But she's going to have sort of places where people can go, some similar to AA and NA. If you're depressed, you can go and hang out and talk to people.
I think they've been around for years, haven't they?
No.
Asylums.
No, just cafes. You just go and all have a...
Oh, yeah. I'm so depressed, I'll just go down the cafe and say hello.
No, but, you go online and they'll say that tonight it's at this cafe and...
Yeah, I've been doing that
and you
for
go down
years. Pat Hay, she's a great makeup artist. She did his chin.
This song is great.
The fire, 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 fire.
Is that Richard singing?
Mm-hmm.
A man of many talents. Lives, of course, in New Zealand now. His homeland.
I miss him.
Yeah.
Oh, but we're in Orlando. I forgot. We're in Florida, everyone.
Ooh, shock treatment. So look out, sister. Don't you
Blow your last resistor for the sister that'll turn to fire, 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 fire. Ah!
Good night, everybody.
Oh, bye.
Good night.
Oh.